Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well so far. So today let's understand what are the strategy that we must learn to be profitable into the stock market, or how we can get into the stock market. I mean, what are the things that we must consider or we must learn before getting into the stock market, so that you are going to be profitable into the stock market. Or else, well, if you come by and think that you have invested the amount and the market is going to gonna go your way, then I don't think that is going to work out. All right, so there are only two magical strategies. All right, and you must consider only two strategies, which is technical analysis and the fundamental analysis. So technical analysis is something that you check the historical charts, historical data, all right, and then predict the market based on some patterns, some kind of indicator, some kind of pricing strategies. All right, and technical analysis is only for the short term traders, short term trader, basically for maximum up to the 3 months or so. All right, and then if you come by and invest for a longer term, then you must know the fundamental analysis. You need to understand the fundamental analysis. What are the things that we must consider before getting into the long term stock? What are the financial statement, the company's financial statements, balance sheet, and many more things that we are going to discuss here. All right, so these are only two magical instruments that we must know very well, so that you can be trade confidently. So whatever the stock you are going to invest into, you are going to be profitable. All right, so let's get to the point, and then we will discuss one by one. All right, I have written already, so that we don't have to, we don't waste or much of the time in here. So basically, let's start with the technical analysis that we must know. So with the technical analysis, there are many things, many instruments, and many indicators, many strategies. But what I think and what professional traders look at, it's this. All right, so these are the contents that many professional trader look into, which is support and resistance. All right, and then for the technical analysis, you must understand the volume as well. What are the volumes generating? All right, people is coming to your stocks or not? I mean, volumes are being generated into your stocks or not? So this is something, volume, that we must understand. And then there are some kind of price patterns, like uh, higher high, higher low. I have discussed in the past videos, you can see in there. All right, which is price action strategies. And then breakouts, it's also involves into the price action strategies. And then indicators, there are some indicators that we must learn. Basically, there are so many indicators, but you cannot just rely into the indicator. So according to me, I mean, what I prefer, it is like, it's one of the RSI and then EMA. All right, RSI is relative strength index, and EMA is exponential moving averages. All right, so we will be discussing more about the indicators in upcoming videos. So these are the technical terms that we must learn before getting into the stock market, at least. All right, and then right after learning, you can trade into a demo account, and then you can learn from the experience as well. So these are the contents that you must know before getting to the stock market, based on the technical analysis. All right, getting back to the fundamental analysis play a major role. It's a big thing. It's not like the technical analysis. You must consider each and everything. What are the environments into the market? What are the economy? What are the GDP? There are many things that we are going to consider here. All right, so fundamental analysis involves the financial statements of the company. So what are the financial statements of the company? All right, so before you must consider to invest into the stock, you must look into the some stocks who, its balance sheet, its cash flow statement, its income statement. There are many more things. All right, So let's discuss one by one, and then we'll get to the point how you can start your analysis based on the fundamental. All right. So fundamental analysis involves the balance sheet of the company, all right, where we see that what are the inventory costs, and then what are the assets and liabilities, each and everything. It's kind of audited financial statement of the these three involves audited financial statement of the company. Now cash flow statement is something that you need to see the company's operation daily to daily cost. All right, the operating cost is doing well, working capital management is going well or not. So each and everything from the cash flow, I mean, it's kind of daily basis. All right, and then you get back to the income statement, which you see that that the company you are going to invest into is profitable or not. All right, what are the expenditure they are incurring, what are the income they are generating from the expenditure, what are the depreciation they are making, and many more things we consider from the income statement. I mean, it's just three things that we analyze from the financial statement. All right, also we look into the quarterly results. All right, quarterly result is something like, suppose if you want to invest for 1 year. All right, so you see and you look into the quarterly result, that how the uh, uh, the company is doing. All right, so company financial statement from the quarterly result we see for short term investment. And then getting back to the audited financial results. All right, it is it comes out yearly. So we see and check the historical data for financial result, like 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years or so, if you are investing into the long term. All right, and then we look into the financial key ratios, something like cash, quick ratios and all. I'll show you how we can see, we analyze from the ratio analysis. So ratio analysis, as you all can see in here, it's like EPS, DPS, book new share, tax rate percentage, dividend payout ratio. And then when you come back to the here profitability ratio, then we see that the gross margin, all right, ROE percentage, EBIT margin. There are many more things we need to consider before considering the ratio analysis. All right, some analysts, what they do is they just analyze from, they begin with the ratio analysis, and then they see that the price is, the particular stock that they are going to invest into, it is not overvalued. All right, we see from many things from the ratio analysis itself. So we don't have to go for these kind of balance sheet, cash flow statement in a start. So we must know that how well the company is doing past since 3 to 4 years or so. So before getting into these kind of balance sheet, cash flow statement, income statement and all, we see, we check from the ratio analysis. And then there are some more other news that comes for the particular stocks or so. So these are the financial ratios that we consider before investing into any particular stocks. And then we get back to the sector wise data, or I mean, which sector is doing well, which sector is performing well. Like suppose during the pandemic, we see that the pharma sectors were doing so well. All right, so pharma stock were doing so great. All right, so sector wise we need to understand which sector is going to go well, which sector is going to be more profitable in near future. All right, and then we see the macros data. Macro data is like countries economic data, like inflation data. All right, and then we see the price level, we see the rate of economic growth, we see the GDP, and then changes in unemployment data. All right, so these are the macro data that we must consider before getting into the particular stock. That suppose if GDP is not well for the company, then foreign investors are not going to invest into a stock because GDP is not doing well. All right. And then if see that the changes in unemployment data, we see that if unemployment is increasing day by day, then the consumption, people are not going to consume a lot. All right, so consumption is going to decrease. All right, so there are many things, like suppose if there is an inflation data. All right, inflation keeps increasing. If during the pandemic, let's consider one more thing why inflation has increased during this time. So you see that during the pandemic, government has created a lot of spending into the medical sector. All right, so from that you can now you see that the government has decreases its tax rate and all, and then uh, made a lot of transfer payments and thing, and then also it has created a lot of expenditure. Then for the government, they must they also is going to earn from the taxes. All right, because it is going to be only one source from where the government is going to earn. So now they are going to increase inflation rate. Inflation is going to increase when the taxes are going to go up. All right, so when the government increases taxes, all right, then inflation data also gonna increase. All right, so for that, when taxes is going to increase, more inflation is going to increase, more people are going to save. They are not going to invest or borrow money from the market, which is co- contractional type of policy from the physical, it's from the physical policy. There are a lot of things that we should learn before getting into the stock market, and macros data we need to focus into. All right, so these are the things that I have discussed. It is the, if you can learn, if you're gonna learn these all, how to read the data, how you can predict the charts, how you all can read the financial statement, what are the company's cash flow, what are the company's income statement, what are the balance sheet, what are the contents that comes into the balance sheet that we must look into. All right, and other news for the company, like suppose if company is gonna if a company is coming into the merger and acquisition or something, then we must consider, we must know that if the company is gonna step forward for this kind of program, then we should know, we should understand that what is going to be its next future. All right, so this is how we invest into the some particular stocks to generate a good return for long term. All right, now I have discussed two things, which is you can say magical concept, magical strategies, and these only these two things that people consider, professional trader consider, and there is nothing but it's kind of see. All right, so you have learned so far the technical analysis and the contents, that what we must understand, what we should know before getting into the stock market for the short term trading if you are considering. And then the fundamental analysis I have discussed, what are the things, what are the concepts that we must learn, what are the things that we should look into for investing into the particular stock for a longer period of time. All right, so only this thing you are going to learn. All right, so this is it for me. I hope this video is going to help you while uh, while getting into the stock market, while trading wisely. All right, I hope this video helps you. All right, so please like, share and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our videos in near future. All right, thank you very much guys.